Yes, guys, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel. So this one's off the cuff. Let's talk about Spurs then, shall we? I mean, this club is in an absolutely terrible state. They have just lost 2-1 at home to Leicester City, who, as we know, are one of the worst teams in the Premier League. I'm here to talk about it. I haven't watched the game, to be honest with you, but my goodness, they are in deep trouble. 15th in the table, 13 defeats from 23. I mean, that is absolutely horrendous. And I'm just here to give my thoughts on Spurs and what I think of them. You know, I mean, obviously they are in deep trouble, as I said earlier. Ange Postecoglou, I mean, I'll be surprised if Spurs don't sack him. I'm not going to lie to you. He obviously mentioned how he wins trophies in his second seasons at clubs, but this one is going to be a tall order for him. And even though Spurs, at the time of recording, are in all three competitions, the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, the Europa League, it doesn't look like they're going to win any of them. And I would be shocked if Liverpool don't put this Spurs team away in the second leg at Anfield. I completely expect us to win that game 2 or 3-0. But honest to God, I mean, like I said, I'll be shocked if Ange Postecoglou isn't dismissed, you know, after this terrible result at home to Leicester. Richarlison put them ahead with a header after a brilliant cross from Pedro Porro. But in the second, they just collapsed. Jamie Vardy and El Khanous got the goals for Leicester, and there was no response from Tottenham. Yet another poor performance. Ange can blame injuries as much as he likes, but at the end of the day, injuries happen to everyone. You know, every single club goes through their phases of being without key players. You know, there is no excuse for a team like Tottenham with the squad they have to be 15th in the table. And I have to mention, if it wasn't for how bad the likes of Wolves, Ipswich and Leicester are, then Spurs would genuinely be in relegation trouble. I mean, they still might be, to be honest with you, but I don't think they'll get relegated, obviously. But there is a chance, you know, if this slide continues, there is a huge chance that it might happen. And yeah, this is a club that is synonymous with failure, I have to admit, and say it as it is. You know, Pochettino really put them back on the map many years ago, got them competing. You know, they were finishing in the Champions League spots. They got to the Champions League final before losing to Liverpool, of course. But like I said, they've had much better managers than Ange Postecoglou. And this is in no way, shape or form a dig at Ange. I do think he's a good manager. I like his style of play. But sometimes you have to adapt to the situation. I mean, even at the start of last season, they made a very good start. You know, they were playing quality football, good attacking football. But as soon as the injuries happened, there was just this need to play a high line all the time. You know, they've got very good players, the likes of Maddison, Son, Kulusevski. Obviously, Son is a Spurs legend. He's been around the block for a long time, but I have to admit, he should have moved a long time ago. I mean, it doesn't look like he's going to win anything with Spurs. Hopefully, I don't jinx it and they win the Carabao Cup now. And I'm only saying that because my team, Liverpool, are still in it, and we are completely, you know, able to turn that 1-goal deficit around, especially at Anfield. But yeah, the overall problem is there to see for Spurs. Obviously, as much as they want Daniel Levy gone, the main issue at present has to fall on the manager. You know, you cannot be 15th in the table after 23 games when you have at least one of the best 6 or 7 squads in the world. And yes, injuries have affected them. You know, they're without Dominic Solanke for a while now, but at the end of the day, you have to adapt. You know, for them to be 15th in the table, like I said, is outright embarrassing. But let me know what you think of Tottenham, and where do you think they'll finish? Do you think Ange Postecoglou will be sacked? And yeah, let me know. But it doesn't seem like it's going to be a good situation for Tottenham in the coming weeks. I can see them losing more games, to be honest with you. They've already lost 13 games. So yeah, I mean, it looks like they could get to 18, 19, if not 20 defeats, because there's still 15 more games to go as I'm recording this. But yeah, let me know what you think, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.